This Jeff gets past Stephen Rowe.
Yeah, alright, we're back again. Thankfully. For everyone that's gonna join us again now, sorry for having this issue happen right now, because I mean, I don't know what it was, but Cody's or PlayStation just did not want us to stream the continuation of this race. But 5 laps to go in this race. We have Serial Killer now approaching Aleti in P3 as Joseph retires from the race.
Oh no.
As he has crashed, and Ballon is currently ghosting still through the middle of the pack. I thought he was involved, but he was not, and there's another safety car. There's another safety car as Ballon gets the 5-second penalty for a collision with Riley. But, I mean, this is kind of lucky for us, I should say, because, I mean, we did not miss too much from the race, and we'll have the real final of the race now happening right in front of us on stream.
Yeah, the connection gods took the stream away, but Codemaster said, nah, we're not having that, but here's another safety car. We'll let you go again. Which is always a lovely thing, but the real question now, Serial Killer, he's on 7 levels mediums, and these soft runners around him are going to be, they're not going to have any, well, not much wear on them at all. It's still going to be incredibly fresh until the end of this race.
It definitely will be, and now not quite sure how long the safety car will stay out for Sir Ibo coming into the pits, making the change to softs this time around. Then we have Jet, who is also very far behind. Not quite sure if they'll be able to catch back up to the field before they, most probably, the final restart of the session. But then we will have to see.
What's going to be interesting here is how the likes of Jav, Stephen Roback, Harry F and Philip try to navigate through here, because all of them have penalties, and of course Svenos Dios has a 5-second penalty. They all have penalties, and this is going to be crucial for them to try and build a gap to the likes of Lars and Jasper in behind it, even Swick down into 12th, because they can get jumped by a lot of people if the safety car stays out for much longer.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's not a lot of time left for them to get away in the final few laps here, because at most we'll have 4 laps to go. And oh, I think it looked like Jeff touched Serial Killer. Not sure if he did or if there was just so close to them touching, but they did not, I presume, because there was no penalty given out for anyone. But Jav is now, yeah, the safety car staying out and no one's pulling into the pits. That means we will have, I mean, everyone caught up to the back of the grid, so most certainly we'll have 3 laps to go in this race afterward, because I don't think the safety car will stay out for another lap.
Nah, it's got to be in by the end of this lap, surely. Everyone's on the back of the train now, so I'm surprised it stayed out for this extra lap, to be honest. But I mean, we'll take another lap under the safety car. Everyone now is going to be absolutely chomping at the bit to try and make some overtakes happen.
Yeah, definitely, and I mean, this race has been really good so far, and I think with the final of this, with the final few laps, that we'll have pure action happening. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's going to be able to make these moves stick, and not only stick cleanly, because you don't want to be heading to the stewards after this race and have an overtake for a potential win taken away from you for a pretty, a pretty silly move, as we have seen many times in the past.
Yeah, definitely. But now, coming towards turn 12 and the final few corners of the track. Safety car in this lap as I predicted it, and now we will see who will come out on top for the first race of Division 5, Season 6, League of Europe. It all comes down here, and we will see who will win this race as the safety car is pulling ahead. Right now, on the pace, he will be the one to decide when everyone will be able to go again. Safety car entering the pits, so now it's his decision for when to go. Ryan's still waiting for a pretty long time this time, as Jav just went past him. No penalties given. And yeah, he has to back off again and give the positions back, and he will drop even more places to Aleti. But Jav is up to, I think he wasn't fourth before. Swip gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. And looks like everyone went through clean. Some contact at the back, and there's, I think it is Jasper running. Jasper has crashed pretty much the same way that Mazepin did in the first race this year. Swip gets another penalty here. Jav is following his teammate. Cloudy also following.
I'm surprised Serial Killer hasn't had to drop the position back to Eddie, because I'm pretty sure he may have been ahead of him before it went green, but if he's not had a penalty or anything pop up yet, it must be okay.
It definitely wasn't. I mean, one thing that definitely saved Serial Killer in some way, he's just getting caught up by Aleti, and he's trying to go down the inside now. And they make contact, and Aleti spins around. They made contact, and Aleti is round, and there goes his podium.
And Flip gets through on Jav, the battle for the podium, and Jav trying to hang it around the outside into the final corner.
There's contact as well, but I don't know who got DRS here in the final corner. Jav getting past here, and he also does have DRS, I think. He does. No, it is. Oh yeah, I forgot that there was no DRS activated, of course. But now Jav in P3, he had the better exit coming out of the final corner. Riley and Lars fighting. No contact made there as Riley runs pretty wide. Now Lars trying to come back on him. Around the outside maybe in turn 5. Will that happen? It does happen. What a lovely move by the Mercedes driver.
Yes, we got Jed in behind trying to pick out an opportunity, and he's gone for it around the outside. No. Maybe a switch back though, and he's got it.
When Riley.
Oh no, Riley!
He's lost it somehow.
God. So I was on board with Riley for that, and what happened? He went wide on the exit of turn 8. He was getting on the throttle, and he's hit the wall and just got auto spun off it.
Yeah, that's incredibly unfortunate, and Jav right behind Serial Killer now, as he looks to make that charge for the podium, but he needs to gain 3 seconds in 1 lap, so that will be really interesting to see. But actually, looking at the times, one guy that we can't lose, that we need to keep an eye on, Jav. Ooh, Serial Killer breaking late. Jav trying to go down the inside, but does make it work? No, he does not. Riley is out of the race. He crashed out in the final corner. But now Flip trying to go down the inside again on Jav, and he does make the move work. No, he locked up, and he spun around. That's him dropping down to the back of the grid, and he spun around again. That's his race done. As Sir Ibo runs wide, and there's Swip nearly spinning the car around as well. A lot of drama going on in the final laps here, and one guy to still look out for here. I mean, Cloudy is pretty much safe to go up into P4 now with no penalties, and maybe even P2 with Jav being there and he also got a penalty, or maybe even P3 because Serial Killer of course does not have a penalty. But Jav, I mean, Cloudy might actually get a podium place here if he keeps this up.
Yeah, and I know how much a podium would mean to Cloudy Cloud here. Last season, I believe he picked up his very first podium in League of Europe in the last season, so he'd love to add another one to that record. But around the final corner to cross the line is going to be Ryan Belshaw to take away the victory here
And
in round 1.
for the podium, it will be Serial Killer in P2 and Cloudy in P4 by 50 thousandths of a second. And the reserve, Jav, he did actually somehow made it work, and even though it won't count for Ferrari, that's the podium for Jav.
And I just saw his mic pop up in the in-game chat, so he's definitely happy, I would say.
Alright, yeah, this is what an amazing race we just witnessed, especially at the end.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. But that man right there on the top step did not put a foot wrong all race. Even when safety cars brought everyone back into it, kept his composure and was able to build the gap and get himself clear of the field. Never under real threat apart from Serial Killer in the early phases of the race, but fantastic win there for Ryan Belshaw.
Yeah, then to follow up the final grid of race number 1 of season 6 in Division 5, Ryan Belshaw from pole to the race victory. No doubt, at any point, he was the quickest guy on track today. Serial Killer gets P2, Jeff in P3, what a race for him. Cloudy in P4, Harry in P5, Steven in P6, Lars in P7, Aledi in P8, Sven in P9, Flip in P10, Cerebo, Swip, Jet, Ballon, Riley, Jasper, Joseph, Emperor, Piraki, and Adrilla all finishing outside of the points or not finishing at all. And what a race! I mean, the end of this race was incredible. And yeah, there is going to be a lot of talk in the stewards room, I'd say. But
Yep.
I mean, there is going to be. For now, the guys on the podium will be extremely happy. Can't even talk after this race anymore, and yeah.
But before that, we have to invite the podium in for the interviews. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'll quickly ask them if any one of them is up to. Just so I know. Alright. We could get them into the party.
Yeah, I'm already.
All of them want to get in, so that's. If you can invite them quickly, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, Ryan was the only one I didn't have as a friend, so I had to type his name out. But there we go. Invite sent to all three of them.
Alright, we've got everyone coming into the party now, and Jeff, you're the first guy to join us, so congrats on that third place, and I mean, what an ending to the race.
Yeah, it is what it is. I think I could have won that race, but I spun. I don't know if you caught it or not on the stream, but I spun halfway through the race, so I had to pit again, but it is what it is.
I
I'll take
think,
P.
yeah.
I'll take PT1 track
It
again.
seemed like this race was just a race of attrition, just wanted to get through a lot of mistakes from a
Yeah,
lot of people. And to be fair, right place, right time, right tyres at the final safety cars,
yeah,
get the job done.
yeah. There was the second safety car restart right at the end. The guys in front of me crossed the line. So you know the rule. You can overtake when you've crossed the line. So I had a green flag on my screen after they crossed the line. So I overtook all of them. I don't know. I thought I was like fucking mega mind over there. Then it just told me to like return position to all three of them. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
So you did get a notification for that, did you?
Yeah. So I overtook them after I crossed the line after them. I had a green flag and all, but then they just told me to return the position. I was like, all right, whatever. Lost
Yeah.
three easy positions there. I think I had the pace to battle Ryan, but that's been behind the lady. Cocked me over, I guess. Wasn't happy with qualifying overall. I think I could have got pole, but it is what it is. It was a fun
Yeah.
race.
And what's it called? You just managed to build up just enough of a gap to make sure that Cloudy Cloud didn't jump you. You know, the gap was 500ths in the end.
Yeah, so I didn't know yet. I didn't know he didn't have any penalties, so I just tried to use as much overtake as I could just in case. Right at the end.
I did notice when you crossed the line, ran out of deployment.
GG Ryan.
yeah. I think talking about the safety cars, I mean, serial killer. I mean, what was your mind process going through staying out on the mediums and then still getting that podium? Yeah, and I think you did a great job also recovering then. But I mean, Ryan, pole position, race victory, couldn't have gone better for you.
Maybe not as much as the back, but at least I had a calm race. Oh, all sorts, mate. Bloody hell.
Yeah, there was a
uh,
lot going on at the end. So, Ivor, if you want to ask anything as well, do it now.
I was gonna ask you, okay, what happened on that first pit stop phase? Because you lost a huge amount of time.
All right.
Uh,
All right,
It
then.
also seemed like you was having a nice little scrapball race with Flip. Every single time you came out of the pits, he was right there in front of you.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining for the post-race interview. Of course, congrats on the podiums. And
Cheers.
yeah, can't wait to see you guys back. Yeah, next week in the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas.
If someone gives me a seat, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Thank you
Great.
for commentating, guys. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, take care. So then, also to everyone still in the stream, thank you for watching. And yeah, we will be back next week for the race around the Circuit of the Americas in the USA. And yeah, make sure to like the stream, make sure to subscribe to League of Europe to not miss any races, and then we will be back next week. See you soon.
You're right.